Channel NITT viewers, I am DS. Welcome to another MBTI episode on Channel NITT. So if this is your first time on our channel, welcome. We are a psychology channel based in Singapore and we do videos on parenting, psychological principles, personality MBTI and on growing YouTube. And because I am an ENTJ, I will be doing ENTJ episodes for my MBTI series. So new viewers, do check out our other videos as well. And if you do like what you see, consider subscribing. Now many viewers may have clicked onto this video because you are interested in an ENTJ and hope that this video can help you in the romantic department. So this video can definitely answer some of your burning questions. But because I am an ENTJ male, I can only speak on behalf of ENTJ males. Now ENTJs appear to be very heavily romanticized. They are commonly featured in idol drama series, especially those from China. In those series, such as this one, the ENTJ is often a young, successful, good-looking male who is the president of a multi-billion-dollar company. In fact, many drama series have the same storyline featuring a young ENTJ boss. Personally, I am not too sure whether this young ENTJ boss really exists in abundance in China or is it fiction. After all, many Chinese are really filthy rich. But these lead protagonists are really too good to be true. In fact, I believe there are many ENTJ males that are not yet successful, but yet very driven, not very good looking, but rather charismatic. Before we start answering some questions on the ENTJ in love, I've compiled a list of characteristics of the ENTJ. So talking about the ENTJ, it is very likely that you either hate him or you like him. So I've surveyed some of my closer friends and these are what they have to say about the ENTJ. So let's start with what they hate first. Number 1. The ENTJ is too demanding, too critical, too bossy. Very few people like that. But you need to know this, the ENTJ has very high standards at the workplace, so his bossiness prevails at work. However, the ENTJ rarely dictates his partner. So, if you have a romantic interest in an ENTJ, don't worry about this at all. Another group of people who do not like the ENTJ will use words like aloof, stuck up, arrogant, unfriendly to describe the ENTJ. Well, this is true in a way. The ENTJ does take a longer time to warm up to the new people. Being very selective of people he wants in his in-group, some people may never make it to his inner tiers. This gives people the impression that ENTJ is very stuck up because the ENTJ is just not friendly to everyone. The ENTJ has a very strongly guarded private self that he does not just share with everyone. But if you get to know an ENTJ better, you will see that he is actually very warm-hearted and is very keen to help others. Now let's come to some reasons why people might be attracted to the ENTJ. First of all, the ENTJ is intelligent, the ENTJ is fearless, so many people admire the ENTJ for his courage. Because the ENTJ usually dares to do what others don't. The ENTJ is also very confident. The ENTJ is also very confident and persistent, which many people see as a desirable trait. In many of the idol drama series featuring an ENTJ, the ENTJ featured is usually young. So the young ENTJ may be more immature or impulsive. So in this episode, I am giving my viewpoint from the perspective of an older, more mature ENTJ. So treat this as a disclaimer. Before I answer some questions on the ENTJ in love, you need to know two things about the ENTJ. The ENTJ values efficiency and long-term vision. So if you are neither efficient nor have long-term vision, then the ENTJ is very unlikely to find you attractive as a potential partner. Now let's come to the answering of the ENTJ in love questions. First question, does the ENTJ fall in love easily? The answer to this question is not straightforward. If the chemistry is right, the ENTJ can fall in love quickly. And when they have acknowledged and confirmed their interest in you, the ENTJ is also very quick to invest. And when I mean invest, I mean investing emotionally and materially in you. Now, second question, how does an ENTJ love? Well, the ENTJ is definitely not a blockhead. If you like an ENTJ and you are dropping hints to this ENTJ to indicate your interest, this ENTJ is likely to be able to pick up your signals no matter how weak they are. This is because the ENTJ uses introverted intuition, NI, and NI is super sensitive in picking up signals. So when you hint to your ENTJ, a few things can happen. First, if this ENTJ also likes you a little, he may start to evaluate the possibility of you and him together. So what I mean is that he starts to evaluate the long-term potential of this union. If he is also interested, then he will start to pursue you. Take note, a mature ENTJ will definitely take the lead. Confirm plus chop.
Confirm plus chop.
If you're not Singaporean and you don't know what confirm plus chop means, it just means confirm lah. Confirm. So I mentioned that if an ENTJ evaluates the situation and sees that there is a potential between the two of you in the long term, then he will pursue you. What if it's the other way around? So what if he does not see the potential between the two of you as partners?
Denied.
If that is the case, the likely thing that this ENTJ will do is to distance himself away from you, taking much longer time to reply your text messages or not replying at all. If you bother to ask this ENTJ directly, then he might be able to reject you directly too. So anyway, if you like an ENTJ, just drop him some hints. Anyway, if you like an ENTJ, just drop him some hints. It will save you a lot of time. Take note, a mature ENTJ is definitely an individual with long-term vision in mind. So what this means is that if an ENTJ falls in love and decides to pursue a relationship, it is definitely for the possibility of a marriage. And if an ENTJ likes you, it won't take long before he makes a move. And an ENTJ, when he makes a move, will tell you straight. There is no wishy-washy, and he can take rejection, so you can reject him. The ENTJ prefers this method because the ENTJ values efficiency and he has no patience for playing games, mind games. So sometimes the ENTJ seems so straightforward that people find that he's no fun to be a lover with. But the ENTJ will always avoid complications in love whenever possible. So he prefers to make it very clear-cut. He likes you. He wants you. And if you also like this kind of frills-free relationship, then you are a good match for the ENTJ. So in another episode, I am going to talk about the ENTJ in a romantic relationship. How are they like as a boyfriend or a husband? So watch out for that episode, okay? Last question. What type of partner will an ENTJ be most interested in? So the ENTJ is most interested to somebody who is intelligent. So it does not matter if you are more educated than this ENTJ. I am sure this ENTJ wouldn't mind. In fact, I think most ENTJs might appreciate that. You have to use logic and sound reasoning whenever you speak, because the ENTJ is quick to pick up flaws in your argument and he has to correct you. So in a relationship, this can be very frustrating if you are always corrected by your boyfriend, right? And definitely you have to appeal to the ENTJ in terms of chemistry and feel. Now this feel thing is very hard to fake. So my advice to you is to be authentic. The ENTJ will definitely love you for who you are. And if this ENTJ cannot love you, then find someone else who will love you better. Just not this ENTJ. Not this ENTJ. Very fake, right? Okay, so if you are interested in an ENTJ and have specific questions to ask about ENTJ in love, do comment below. Some people believe that every individual is different, and so asking specific questions based on personality type or based on horoscopes is ridiculous. However, they do not understand the psychology of a person in love. You just want to know more information about this particular person, right? Maybe ENTJ, maybe it's a Gemini. So you can just ask, I understand. Trying to guess if somebody likes you is mostly not fun at all. So any form of advice can be really helpful. And luckily for you, if you like an ENTJ, it cannot be more straightforward because the ENTJ is very direct and straightforward. And if you are in love with an ENTJ, you are in luck because the ENTJ is an amorous lover. So he will treat you like a queen or a princess or a prince. Well, the ENTJ may have very high demands on himself and on others, but very few people know that there is a little child inside of him. So if you are an ENTJ's lover, you will definitely see this child in him more often than other people. And this child in him is very enduring. It's not childish, okay? It's childlike. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will be producing more such episodes. Do look forward to that. And if you have not subscribed, do consider subscribing. And I'll see you again in my next episode. Bye bye.